14 plus. Well, that video did better than I thought it would, and because I am a sellout, I will do it again. So, Technoblade, the de facto champion of Minecraft combat. This was the piece that I think I finally nailed down my art style. Line work with gradiated shading and flat colours. I'll get more into that a bit later on, but for now I want to talk design. So, design-wise, this piece was not actually too difficult. Technoblade already has fairly strong design aesthetic with, like, royal outfit and a pig theming and what have you. But I didn't want to make him some kind of, like, pig-human hybrid, because that's very hard to pull off and make it look good. So I decided to make him human and have the pig flavouring be more costumey. And I decided to go with the pig skull mask look, because that is the kind of variant of his design that I have seen done the best, and just look most right. It fits in with his theming as the Minecraft blood god, the champion of PvP. It just makes sense thematically, and also just adds a nice aesthetic. Physically, I decided to make him A, human, but also B, very, very bulky. He is feared throughout Minecraft. People go to championships and they run when he appears. And I wanted it to be more of a tangible sense of, oh god, this guy could fuck me up, than the, oh god, I don't know what this guy can do style that I was going for with Dream's design. That in mind, there's not actually much else to go over. Gave him his crossbow and his trident, going off his 1.16 version, because this is based off his appearance in the Dream SMP, that roleplay, narrative-heavy survival server that Dream created, that I mentioned last time, and you almost certainly know about. Or at least you do, if you know me. There wasn't much else to do, just going through, designing some kind of royal-looking clothing. Didn't really pull any references for this, besides just checking that I'd got the shape right for the pig skull. The one thing I did do was I gave him a little bit more of a militaristic look by giving him a vambrace and gauntlet and a greave on one side of his body, so that he had a more kind of warlike appearance on one side, and a slight asymmetry, because there's a pretty big difference between chill Technoblade and full-on murder mode Technoblade. That's about it design-wise. There's not much else to go over. I did the proportions of his body and his costumery and gear on two separate rough layers, then went over them both with black outlining and detail lining on the same layer. Then after that, I went through with just a flat coat of grey to fill in all the space, used that as a clipping mask to shade in grayscale, and then used that with some layering effects to make the flat colours that I would then apply over the top have shading and variance and what have you, depending on which part of his body they were on. That's basically all there is to it. The end result I'm very happy with. There's still, like, things that I would change potentially if I were to do it again, but it was quicker than the Godzilla Speedpaint, significantly, and way less hard on my hand. I was able to do it in, I think, 2 sessions as opposed to 4 or 5. And it was just, yeah, I liked the end result a lot more. So this is what I think I'm going to be sticking with for the most part with my speed paints from now on. There's not much else to say, so I will actually just shut up and let you guys listen to / watch the rest of the speed paint, and I will get back to you if something else pops up. heavy black outlining. Sorry, me again. Yeah, just going over with some heavy black outlining on the edges of objects. So basically, the technique is where something disappears from sight, put a thicker outline. It just helps define it and stops the details from obscuring the overall quality of the image. just throwing up a palette there. As you can see, with the different layers of shading, that allowed me to literally use, what was it, 10 colors, 9 or 10 colors, and get the entire amount of color variance that I wanted for it. It was a bit vibrant, so I did mess around with it a bit later to darken it a bit, take out some of the saturation, but I'm, very happy with the end result of this coloring. There are things that I would probably tweak if I were to do it again, but overall, this is, I am very happy with. Last but not least, just doing some gradients to give a kind of vaguely colourful background. I decided to make it overall orange with a back layer of yellow and then red gradients. That's partly because Technoblade is a bit of an arsonist in the Dream SMP and likes destroying stuff, so that gives him a bit of a chaotic feel. And it also just works pretty well with this colour scheme. So anyway, hope you liked it. I certainly enjoyed doing it. And like, subscribe, all that shit. See you next time. Bye.